Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, your journey, our passion, and by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Hello and welcome to Autoline Daily. In today's show, Fiat partners with another automaker, turbocharged car sales are predicted to skyrocket, and a look at Mercedes' new compact CUV. But now let's look at today's top news. For some time now, I have wondered, as I'm sure many of you have, what it's like driving the new and lighter 2015 Ford F-150. And yesterday, I got my chance. While I thought the most noticeable change would be felt during acceleration, it was actually in handling and braking. In fact, it was difficult to discern any difference during acceleration. But driving through a makeshift slalom course and making everyday maneuvers out on the road really highlighted its handling and braking. The truck felt planted in turns, thanks in part to the reduced weight, but also to some new suspension tricks, and it still felt stable over rough or bumpy terrain. The brake response was impressive, slowing or coming to a stop quicker than I would have expected. I often felt like I was in a smaller truck, and I can't wait to see how the actual customers will respond. We'll have a lot more information on the new F-150 in our seat time review coming soon. Recently, we reported that the Jaguar XE sedan will be powered by the automaker's new global Ingenium 2-liter 4-cylinder engine family, and now we're getting some of the details on those engines. There's 4 output variations in total, 2 diesel and 2 gasoline. The top-of-the-line diesel cranks out nearly 180 horsepower and over 300 pound-feet of torque, and the top gasoline engine puts out almost 240 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. Each engine can be paired to either a 6-speed manual or 8-speed automatic transmission, depending on where it's sold. And don't forget to check out our coverage of the Paris Auto Show. We'll be posting new car unveils from the floor of the show starting tomorrow. If you subscribe to our daily newsletter, you will not miss one of them. You can sign up for free and keep up to speed with the latest new cars coming out of the Paris show. You know, last week we reported that Mitsubishi will build a rebadged version of its L200 pickup for Fiat starting in 2016. And now the Italian automaker has just partnered with Renault to build a new light commercial vehicle based on the next-gen version of Renault's traffic van. Fiat will develop the design, and Renault will produce 100,000 vans starting in 2016. You know, more and more automakers are downsizing and turbocharging their engines to help meet emission standards. Because of that, turbo supplier Honeywell says the number of vehicles equipped with one is about to explode. By 2019, it forecasts that global turbocharged vehicle sales will hit 49 million a year and generate $12 billion in revenue for the industry. Most of the growth over the next 5 years will occur in the US and China, but other regions will also see a boost. Coming up next, a look at Mercedes' new compact crossover, the GLA.
Here's one of the great things about the all-around performance of our Jeweler tires. Excellent traction.
Do you need a ladder?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
At Bridgestone, our passion for performance knows no bounds.
There's more car news and industry insight from the Autoline Network every day. Take a moment to click that subscribe button. You'll never miss another Autoline episode.
The 2015 Mercedes-Benz GLA is a compact crossover that competes against vehicles like the BMW X1 and Audi Q3. Starting price for the GLA 250 is just over $32,000, while the GLA 45 AMG has a starting price just under $50,000. Powering the GLA is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder gasoline engine that's mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Fuel economy for the GLA 250 4MATIC is 24 miles per gallon in the city and 32 on the highway. The GLA 45 AMG gets 23 mpg in the city and 29 on the highway. Fuel economy numbers for the front-wheel drive version aren't available yet. The new compact CUV is based on the same architecture as Mercedes small sedan, the CLA, and also features the same powertrain setup. The entry-level GLA 250 has plenty of power when you need it and feels well planted on the road. There's several driving modes to select from that changes the dynamics to perform more economically or sporty depending on your mood. But for those who aren't satisfied with the 208 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque from the base model, you can opt for the GLA 45 AMG that's powered by a modified setup of the base car. That model cranks out 355 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. The exhaust sounds great and easily cackles when you put your foot into the accelerator. The interior of the GLA is pretty similar to the CLA, but obviously has a little more room. However, it's not enough if you're taller. Anyone around 6 feet tall will probably feel a bit cramped, especially if you're sitting in the rear. The layout of the 250 and AMG are pretty much the same, but there are some noticeable differences. The AMG model is available with bolstered seats and a sporty steering wheel. The GLA has a starting price of just over $32,000 for the front-wheel drive version, which doesn't come out until next year. The 4MATIC model costs another $2,000, and the AMG model starts just under $50,000, and both of those models are on sale right now. However, once you start piling on options, the GLA can get a bit pricey. The 250 4MATIC model we tested was over $45,000, and the AMG model we drove came in at about $64,000 with options. Mercedes says the CLA has helped bring in new and younger buyers to the brand and expects the GLA to do the same. But can the company keep coming out with less expensive products and not dilute the brand? It's not hurting the company now, but it could over the long term.
And that brings us to the end of today's show, but before I sign off, make sure you catch tomorrow's Autoline After Hours. Our guest is Jeff Nowak, the chief designer at Ford's virtual design house called Studio 2000X. That show will be available tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on our website, autoline.tv. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.